All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining me now, I think she's in the Four Timers Club.
I believe
Model,
so.
yeah, model InkedPanda out of DMV area. What's going on?
Hey, 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 what's up? Glad to be back. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm a veteran. I feel like I'm a
Well,
veteran.
usually we're on IGTV where we have a lot of people chatting and the audio sucks and
Yeah, we get kicked
the
off for being
video is
too long.
crazy. So I was like, you know what? And I've been building my YouTube channel. So
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? Let's just do
congrats.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just do an interview just like old school. Well, kind of old school, just you and I, give you the floor. How have you been?
right.
So
I've
how
been, yeah. I mean, my mother actually passed away in November, so that's been kind of a struggle. Needless to say, Mama was my best friend. Um, but other than other than that, just trying to stay creative and taking things day by day.
well, first off, my condolences.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I'm so sorry to hear about that. Um, but you know, one step at a time. You'll never, obviously no one will ever be able to replace. So I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit of time. Definitely. It's going to be the first Mother's Day without my mom. That's coming
Oh
up. So,
man.
yeah, but yeah, it's been tough. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've got my kids to keep me level-headed, and we all have outside help. We all have therapists and stuff like that to help us. So that's key. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what we're doing. I mean, that's what I'm doing, and um, I have my lovely kitty cats that surround me, and then which is why I'm in my closet. If you notice all the clothes, I'm in my closet
Well,
because
I have a cat too. Have you seen on Instagram?
I saw that. Congrats. Cats are the
she's
best.
she's in timeout right now. I gave her
Oh,
yeah, I gave her her own room, so she'll be
oh,
okay.
that's awesome.
She just has to hold going to the bathroom for an hour. She'll be okay.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
She'll be all right. No animal cruelty, but
Yeah, yeah, I understand. No.
she'll be okay. She'll be okay. So
Yeah.
today you wanted to talk about, well, this evening, this will come out on Monday. So um you wanted to talk about the new model. So explain to what that is for those like me that have no idea.
Okay, so a lot of people I know are, doing podcast or actually there's a lot of people that are doing podcast, and they are
Trust me, I
giving
know.
um they are giving advice for models or talking about model behavior or the do's and don'ts for models. Same thing with photographers. And I thought about why not just kind of bundle it together and give like a new model, like orientation type thing, what to expect, what to, okay, I want to be a model. What should I
Oh,
do?
hold on. So I thought that I like this. This is even better, but I'll tell you what I thought you meant when you said new model. And you could tell
I,
me about how off base I was. So when you said new model, I thought you were going to talk about the stereotype of what the new model is compared to the traditional style. But what you're saying is that this is more of advice to give to newer. Is it a mix of both? Am I off base?
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I was going to kind of touch base on that a little bit in the conversation, um,
Oh yeah.
because
Hey, we can go as long as you want. We may have to switch Zoom links, but because I got the free version, but you know.
no worries. But yeah, I was going to touch base on that just a little bit because, um, yeah, like the way I got into modeling actually is by chance because I knew this person that was working together with a photographer. They were going to do a boudoir, which boudoir is like lingerie, basically. That's what boudoir, at least to me, but what was explained to me back then, boudoir was ladies in lingerie. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, for free. Okay, no big deal. Free lingerie pictures. Okay. So I did it and they came out beautiful. They were awesome. I loved them. And they were like, why not try to do some modeling? I'm like, I never really thought about modeling in that way, because model to me when I was growing up was you need to be 5'7" and walking the runway and have a certain body type and go to New York or Hollywood and get agents and do all that stuff. Modeling now is different because you have different outlets. It's not like modeling to me when I was growing up was just one thing. It was runway or catalog. There was nothing else. So, and now modeling is you have social media modeling, you have influencer modeling, you have,
Influencers.
yeah, that's what I said, influence modeling. You have,
No, but with quotation marks, because like I feel like
yeah,
anybody thinks that they can be a model. That's not true.
right, right. That's what I'm saying. And then you have, your paid subscription models as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's a modeling now is a very broad term. And I have even put, if you look at on my Instagram, I don't like all kinds of different models will put published model or experienced model. Um, Experienced model, we all have been at lots of photo shoots. And I'm not saying that they're not experienced because I'm experienced too. I've been at lots of photo shoots myself.
Yeah, I
But
know. This is, you've been on the podcast a couple times, two or three times, I think. And every time it's awesome to chat. So you said your story and you're kind of, well, you are not kind of like an inspiration to people because, you know, everyone has trials and tribulations and you've persevered and continue to do so. And, you know, the thing about
yeah, which is,
society is though society's always ever changing and
yeah,
we have these handheld devices that people can just take, you know, a selfie and then get clout, you know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of models who feel like they don't get the respect from photographers, and they're like, I don't need you. I can take pictures with my cell phone. I don't need you. Or I can get a
Mm-hmm.
camera myself and take pictures. And I'm not saying that they can't, but photographers do other things too. They have certain angles, they know how to edit a picture, they know the lighting, they know all of that stuff where you may not know. Not saying that you don't know, but you may not know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just yeah, when I say respect, because a lot of times when new models, especially newer, I'm not saying models that have been doing it for a while, the newer models that come out that work with a photographer that is a well-known photographer, not a newbie photographer. Like if you're a new model and you work with, like, I've always used his name on your podcast, so I got to do it again. So Jerry, Jerry Brown. So like if you work with
Yeah, might as
Jerry,
well. Might as well. It's been three times. Might as well make it a fourth.
so like if you work with Jerry Brown and nobody really knows you, but he loves working with new faces. So he will obviously, he's loves working with new faces, but don't come out with attitude and thinking that
But you're
he
not
owes you
painting a
something.
brush on everybody though, right? This
No,
isn't everybody.
no, no,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
so
no, no. I'm saying like, no, no, no. But there are some new models
well, I
that come
mean,
in. Yeah. And that's why I'm saying you have to come in with respect. And but the other thing switch is like there's a lot of new models that have no idea. Like they don't know what to do because they are new and they don't know where to start. Like how do I get in touch with photographers, and which ones are the safe ones, and which ones, how do I know to be comfortable, and how do I do it on a budget, because modeling can be expensive. Like especially when you're first starting out, because you don't get to usually use the same outfits because photographers want you. Did you wear that at a recent shoot?
Mhm.
You did? Oh, I don't know. Something new.
Did you happen to catch my interview with model Julia Baker? Or did you?
No, not no, not
No,
right.
but I'm saying I think you liked the post on Instagram.
No,
But
I didn't
anyways,
hear it.
oh, okay. Well, no, anyways, my point is that she said something interesting. She's a model, that she's been published a few times, but she says there's a lot of creepy photographers. Would you push back on that or agree?
I would I would say yes. I would say always have a until you're comfortable enough to where you know the area and know who who's who, always have a person with you. And if you go to a photo shoot and they don't they have a problem with you bringing a person, that's a red flag automatically. So
Mhm. Yeah, but then she says also that, you know, they're professional, the people that are credentialed, you know what I mean? The people that have experience. So it's kind of a double-edged sword in that, right? Like there are people that like DM you or like message you that say, "Hey, yada yada yada. Do you want to do this, this, this?" Or do you not get that?
I mean, I think all models get those type of
No,
messages.
I'm not talking about like the spammy. I'm not talking about
Oh,
the spam emails. I'm talking about the ones that they're legit photographers, but they're kind of, you know what I mean? Like you don't know where
oh,
they are, but they say they're. You ever get those?
I did in the beginning of when I was first starting out modeling. I feel like it's more so, I feel like that happens when you are first starting out in the beginning, when you don't really know who's who, and you're like the photographer does that in a sense where you may like kind of take it as bait because you don't really know anybody yet or whatever.
Hmm. What's your thoughts on the current state of modeling? Do you like how it's going?
Um, I well, I don't I do. I think modeling is actually going in a really good direction. I'm actually one of my big announcements was going to be, I'm actually next year is going to be my official last. This is my last year of modeling. I won't be modeling
What?
anymore. Yeah, yeah. So I will finish out this year and probably go until uh summer. I'll probably end in the spring, and then that'll be it. So that'll call it.
Breaking news here on
Yeah.
the Sensibly Cynical podcast. Well,
Yeah.
this is a little tear.
Yeah. Not a break or anything, but an
No, I
official
know.
like
Oh, yeah. No, I
uh,
know. I was, I've obviously we follow each other on Instagram and I could probably tell the direction. And it's their loss, not, you know, you're very talented and kind of sad to hear that, but
it's okay. I mean, I you can't model forever. Age doesn't you don't look beautiful
age
forever.
is just a number though, Amanda.
Yeah.
If I don't mind if you don't mind me saying that, saying your name, but um
No, that's I just turned 40 and I'm blessed, you know. So I want to end it on a high note, and I
so are
think
you still gonna be Ink Panda?
yeah, I'm actually going to look into, I don't know what the title is. Like I haven't really found anything that fits the title, so I don't maybe I'm going to make up a title, but I'm going to still work with models and photographers. There's so many
You know what?
models that have so many models that have asked me to help them with posing because I've collaborated with so many people. And even when I'm at meetups, I will help people with their posing or help them put outfits together, or I'll step aside and help a photographer be like, wait, wait, wait. And I'll fix the hair for the model, or
Mhm.
I'll throw flowers or something. So I like I'll still be creative. I like doing that stuff.
Well,
I just won't do the modeling part anymore.
I was thinking after you said that, maybe those that someone can comment on, this YouTube or Instagram or even Spotify, wherever they listen or watch this, some name suggestions. That would
Yeah,
be that
yeah,
would be fun.
yeah. Because I've like put
As long as it's
creative.
not creepy or let's have boundaries, people.
Yeah, I've put like creative assistant, and that's like it's
No,
actually
no, I'm
a,
talking about like,
oh
names of
yeah,
like if you want to move on from InkedPanda, like a different
yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah. So I, but yeah, I'm still gonna be something, I've had, like I said, I've had a lot of photographers ask for my help and models. So I'll still be in the creative scenery. I might even go back to photography. I used to have my own photography business once upon a time. So,
Mhm. Yeah. All right, so let's transition to we talked a little bit about this, but I want to talk exclusively Instagram modeling.
yep.
So, do do you know of anybody that straight up goes to a location, snap, puts it on Instagram and does nothing else? Like there's no external like medium, it's just Instagram only? Or is that more of just a title of a you know what I mean? Like where's the gray area on that?
Um, hmm, uh, well, I know some people, like I know some photographers that will like Graffiti Alley is an area in Baltimore that is a like public spot that has obviously graffiti all over the place.
I mean, yeah.
So, um, and I know of actually quite a few photographers that use that spot because it is awesome with all the different graffiti to take models there for free to use it and snap pictures and post them on Instagram without renting a studio or
Okay,
anything like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So, yeah, and the thing is, Graffiti Alley has a warehouse where you can rent in like space inside, but the alleyway is free. So, I mean, that's kind of a win-win there. Like the model
Mhm.
and the photographer, neither one have to pay for anything. You just go there and take pictures. I mean, I
See,
see people pull up their cars, like fancy cars,
really?
into the alleyway and taking pictures, motorcycles. I mean, yeah. And it's
So,
same thing with like, I mean, uh, parks and stuff. And I mean, and who you know. I mean, I did a meetup or I did a shootout with this one photographer that knows a person that has this beautiful home. I mean, the whole home was used for a photo shoot, and they had everything you can imagine: a pool, uh, sauna, bathtub, like everything. I mean, everything that you could think of, it was like there. So yeah, I know quite a few people that do that. And then I know people that have their own studios that they rent out and stuff. So yeah, I know both.
yeah. Well, I'm not going to get somber here and do some sort of recap on the career, but without saying Jerry, give me a give me I'm just kidding. You can say him if you want. But I'm just saying like what's your most published like work you've done or thing that you think got the most publicity that you've done or memorable?
um, actually, Okay. So Scott Thompson is um Jerry's.
No, I'm just kidding. You can say him.
But
Don't feel. Don't
yeah,
feel.
no, Scott Thompson is Jerry's partner and best friend. And I've worked with Scott Thompson multiple times, and he has got me published. I don't know how many times, but multiple. Same with Jerry. Both of them have got me published many times. But there's this one in particular that Scott did. Um, I think I might have it, but I'll look for it in a second. But it's a set of me and this other model named River Love, and we did a set. It's kind of like a retro vibe, and she was in like a pleated dress outfit, and I dressed up in overalls and had my hair
Oh,
curled.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, and it was in kind of like a wedding style magazine, but it was really, and we made the back of the magazine, so it was really cool.
Hmm. Well, if for those that saw the Halloween special, I thought you were gonna mention when you dressed up as Joker. You know, for the Sensibly Cynical podcast. By the way, thank you so much for doing that. I did not expect you to
No, no
go all
problem.
out. I don't
Yeah,
think I
no
gave you
problem.
a formal thank you, but it's in the archives. People can go back and listen to it and watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I think it's on YouTube. If not, I'll put it on there. But it was
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was awesome.
I have a lot of um magazines that I've been in. I don't really stress about it anymore. When I was first starting out, like I really wanted to get those publications, but really not so much anymore because it's great to be published, but
You think it's
uh
overrated? You think people put too much stock into that?
yeah. When I first started modeling, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be published. Oh my
Like
gosh.
Vogue and
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, oh my God, if you get published with Vogue, did throw a party.
the Julia Baker, who I said was on, she was on British Vogue, but she said she was on like the back or whatever. But still, I'm like,
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
you're telling me you're on like Vogue, and you're just like, I'm like, shout out to
Yeah, that's
Julia if
amazing.
she listens to this. You would actually
Yeah.
like her. I may connect you with if you want to her contact information.
Yeah, I'll go
I
back
think
and listen to it.
no, but I think you'd be a good ear for her. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I think you could, not saying that she needs any help, but I think that you two would get along.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, you should definitely contact or at least, follow her on Instagram. She's funny.
Yeah,
Um, it actually is doing pretty good on YouTube. Our interview was like we went like 50 minutes. I,
nice.
I have a feeling you and I are probably gonna go for 50 tonight.
Cool.
Maybe
Nice.
not, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, what are some moments that professionally are there any shoots that you were like, "Oh, man, I wish I coulda had that one back," or maybe done something a little not saying bad, I'm just saying, is there ones that you're like, "Well, I coulda done this," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead, or said no to
Um,
that, or any regrets?
uh,
Professionally.
yeah, yeah.
Professionally.
Um, there are a few. I can't I mean, there's always a few, and you can always tell. I think it's like the ones that you force yourself to push through or go to when you're not feeling the greatest.
By the
Um,
way, sorry to cut you off, but I didn't mean to say that you had personal regrets. I just meant, because
oh
of
no, yeah.
course you don't have any personal
No,
regrets.
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah.
I just meant,
Oh no, no, no. And
I
and
hope I
that's the
didn't come
thing.
across as that,
No, no, and you know what? You'll never see a model usually post any of those pictures that were like, damn man, I should have kept my ass at home that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think there's times that we push through and we hope that, we'll do what we do because it's like therapeutic for us. And it just doesn't work. It shows in our pictures. We're like,
There was
I
a
actually,
there was a few.
yeah, there was one in particular. It was the first time I ever got to put on a wedding dress. So I was getting to show off wedding dresses, and I was just having a shit
Wow.
day. Yeah, I was having a really shit day. And when I got the pictures back, I was like, I would have been the worst bride. I looked like I was miserable. You would have, if it was a real wedding
Well,
picture.
I've never been married, so I don't know anything about a wedding.
But I'm saying, like,
Listen,
if it was
Amanda,
a real wedding picture, it
I've
would
the
have looked
only
like I was a prisoner.
the only weddings I've been to, I've had at least one in, okay? At least I'm at least one deep.
Yeah.
So, you know. But anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it just looked like I was like miserable. It was awful. The dress was beautiful, but my face was just flat. Yeah. No
Mhm.
emotion. It was just not there.
Yeah. Well, let's transition to positivity, you know.
Woo woo.
So, highlight, not we just talked about publish, memorable shoot, but now I want what's the highlight of doing this? Like what will you remember? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what about it makes it so fun?
Um, well, for me, I think the greatest gift of all for me, the modeling has given me um, family that I didn't have before, um, like real family, like, you know, and just creative,
And
different,
podcast family.
yes, creatives. I mean, just
No, I know. I'm just busting
all over.
chops.
No, when I say creatives, I mean everybody from makeup artists to hairstylists to podcast.
Sensibly cynical. I butchered my
Yeah.
own podcast name. Si- Sensibly,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. No,
yeah.
you stood by me absolutely for a lot of things. So, and that's what I mean. I feel like being in the creative world, I feel like, and I saw a post about this. Someone else posted it on Facebook not that long ago that they were thankful that they got into being creative because they feel like they got a new family. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's a different type of vibe. Like creatives, like we understand each other and it's just different. Like it's a new family and we understand each other. And I think that's what I will appreciate and take away and not lose. Like all of you guys will still be here for me. And I'm never going to stop being creative. Just because I'm not modeling doesn't mean I'm not going to be creative. I'm going to be doing something.
All
So,
right. So, Ink Panda, I have an idea. Tell me if you
yeah.
like this idea. All right. So, I'm going to take a break. We're going to play an ad. I'll send you the new link. And when we get back, I want you, or I'm going to ask you to give me your top 5 models of all time.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Do you need research time? I'm just kidding. You could probably name them off the top of your head, right?
Like top five
Well,
of
no,
all
let's save
time.
it. Let's save it. Let's take a break. I'll Instagram you the new link and then we'll come back for top 5 of all time, okay?
Okay.
All right. Talk to you in a bit.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Hey, everybody. I hope you are enjoying this interview. Please check out bonfire.com. That's where the Sensibly Cynical merch is located. WordPress, check us out there. Please subscribe, rate, and review Sensibly Cynical wherever you get your podcasts. Instagram, Sensibly Cynical Pod, and Twitter at Cynical Sensibly. Now, back to the podcast. Enjoy. And we are back. Ink Panda, thank you so much for doing this before we continue.
No problemo.
All right. So, before the break, I asked you to rank your top 5 models of all time. We're talking about famous models. All right.
Right.
Do you have the list?
I have a list.
Okay, and and I have a list, and we're gonna compare notes at the end.
True, true,
Okay,
true, true,
so
true.
at number 5, who do you have at number 5?
I have Heidi Klum.
Okay, why? I mean, everyone knows who Heidi Klum is. Why did you like her so much? What was it about her that you were like, all right, she's awesome?
I mean, she's a great public figure. I mean, she's always like
Amer-
positive.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
No, she was on that.
No,
I'm
yeah, yeah, I
stating
know, I
facts.
know.
I'm stating yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And even, I mean, even on America's Got Talent, she was very sweet on that show too. So like, not only, and it seems a lot of supermodels seem to come off as very
And she's from
unkind.
Germany too, so there's that. It took time to,
Yeah,
I'm serious. Like, I
yeah,
don't think she's from America originally. I think she came over, right? If I'm not
I believe
mistaken.
I believe so. Don't quote me on that though.
Let me
I don't have
let
all
me
the
look
model
that.
history on
No, but let
models,
me
so
look. No, but let me look. And she is on the most popular supermodels of all time list.
okay.
So, yeah, I would agree. And it's her grace too. She's very graceful. She has sense of humor. Yeah, I would agree with that. She
And
has a
she's
good
very like, yeah, she's very
businesswoman too, multifaceted.
like you said, yeah, like graceful, like in her posing too, and in her pictures, they're very elegant in her posing. Her posing's
Mm-hmm.
very soft. Soft
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm looking for.
All right, so we have enough Heidi Klum infatuation. Let's let's go to number 4. Who do you have at 4?
Um, I love her. I love Tyra Banks. I love Tyra Banks.
All
I
right,
love
yeah,
her because
she's
she's
on
got,
this. She's on this famous. I pulled up a famous supermodel list, and
oh, okay.
she's on there.
I love her because she has a lot of, I mean, she's so much personality. She can,
She
she
broke
just
barriers
brings,
too. She broke barriers. African
yeah,
American.
yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry, my daughter just texted me. Sorry. Um,
But I'm just saying, yeah. Is everything okay? Do we need
no,
to
no, no, I'm
pause?
fine. No, I'm fine.
I can edit this out anyways. I'll edit. I'm gonna edit this. If you
Um,
need to take it, we can come back.
no, 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 I'm fine. She's home. She's texting me in the house.
Does she know you're doing a podcast?
She does. That's what I said. I'm doing the podcast.
Oh, well, we won't be too much longer. Tell her we'll be like 10
She's
minutes.
fine. No,
No,
she's
but tell
fine.
her we'll be like 10 minutes. I'm gonna edit
No,
this
it's,
anyways.
she's
So
fine.
tell me more about Tyra Banks. Like,
Yeah, I actually used to watch her show. Um my God, what's it called? Runway or what's it called?
um, I don't know. I can look that
I
up real
used to
quick.
watch it and I can't even think it who wants to be a
Ty-
model or
Tyra Banks show.
what the fuck was
That
it
well, she
called?
has the Tyra Banks show,
Not that
but
one. It was
no, but I'm just saying she does
America's
have
Top
that.
Model. That's what it's called. America's Top Model.
I believe you're correct. Yep, America's Next Top Model.
Yeah, that
It
show.
was on UPN and then it merged with WB and then on the CW. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I loved watching that. So yeah, I love her. She's got great personality. She's a lot of fun. She gives
Well, she
great,
was the executive producer of that. Like that's no
yeah,
joke.
yeah. So, and then I would say like right above her would be Campbell. I love
Naomi
another,
Campbell.
yeah,
All right,
another,
so there's 2. Oh no,
yeah,
there's 3. She's 3. Naomi
yeah.
Campbell's 3.
Oh man,
Okay.
how am I gonna go this way?
No, let's talk more about it. Let's talk more about Naomi Campbell. Let's not, you know, dive into others and forget about her. So man, we're going with the international flavor. She's English. So
yes,
we
yes.
I like this. Diverse. Well, it says she was the queen of the catwalk.
She has a,
That's what
yeah,
it says.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, have you ever seen her walk? I mean,
Well,
she,
apparently she's the queen of the catwalk.
I mean, have you ever? No, have you her
I've
walk
seen
is
no, I've seen a video or two.
yeah, she
You're
is
putting
the
me on
inventor.
this. Hold on, you're putting me on the spotting, Panda.
She's like the inventor of the catwalk. She does it with such grace. It's like
Hmm.
she invented it.
Well, she was young too when she started. Most of these models were young.
Yeah, very young.
All right, two. You got two more. Who's number two?
Um,
I got a list here. I think I know who you're gonna go with. Can I help you out or give you a name?
sure.
Cindy Crawford. I thought you were gonna
Yeah,
go with Cindy Crawford.
I love her.
Not two. Not that's a little high. You think?
No, I mean, she's older model, not doing anything anymore, but that doesn't mean that she's not one of the greats. Like
Mm-hmm.
she was one of the greats. She was one of the ones that you looked up to
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning before all these other younger ones that I'm naming off now, you
Well,
know?
she was 80s and 90s. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
those listening that are that are born in like the 2000 like early 2000s, Google Cindy Crawford. Okay, she was
Yeah,
talk about class, iconic look. You know,
exactly.
um,
The mole.
do you got another one for number? Do you got one more? Like who's your number one?
Um, I don't I don't know if I really have a number one.
I
Like,
do, I do.
okay.
Giselle.
Yeah, yeah,
You wouldn't
yeah.
put Giselle number one?
Well, of course, because everybody does.
Tom Brady. She has like the whole like life. That's my opinion. I asked for your opinion. Do you have a number one?
I, I
I
mean,
feel selfish in saying mine.
no. I mean, no, she's beautiful. Like, I think she's absolutely beautiful. Um, I
I know it's hard. So do you want to pass? Is it too hard to guess?
no, so like,
Or not guess, but there's so many options.
um,
We can
I
go
would,
on. We can
yeah,
get back to this later. Do you want to get back to this
I
later?
don't know who would, yeah.
Okay, we can get back to it later. There's a lot of options for number one. We talked about
I mean, I
plenty.
really like Kendall Jenner. Like,
Number one?
ugh, I like Ken. I, I mean, she's got
I
a
mean, she
beautiful
is.
look.
It says she's the highest paid model since 2017. So why am I Kendall Jenner? I mean, if you're the highest paid model, then she has a claim for number one.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
right. I mean, she's beautiful. I can't keep.
2017 is 6 years ago, but still, that's over half a decade. I understand. Well, let me list some, okay? I have a big list
Okay,
here. And tell me the ones that if you have any comments on any of these. All right? Maybe this
okay,
will help you pick your number one.
okay.
All right. So we did Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford. I haven't heard of some of these people. Linda Evangelista, have you heard of her?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. Okay. You probably heard of all these people. You've been a model for a while. Um, Kate Moss.
yeah. Kate Moss. I
You
mean,
probably
she's a
heard of
big.
all these people. Of course, I haven't. Like by heart. You know all these people. I would assume if you looked at them.
Yeah, Kate Moss is an English model.
Most of these are like international flavor. Like where are the Americans? Kendall Jenner, I guess. Claudia Schiffer. I don't know. Christy Turlington. Does that name ring a bell?
I don't know that one. Yeah,
All right. Ellie. Oh, Ellie McPherson. Of course.
yeah, yeah.
I know you know that one.
Of course, who doesn't?
She's an older one, right?
Yeah.
And last one I'll bring up. Let's see. What are the ones on this list that I wanna try to trick you
Trick
with? Yeah, exactly. Who's Miranda Kerr? Mike,
Miranda. Yeah, I don't know
I
that one.
got you. I got you there. Christy Brinkley. I know
No,
you've
oh,
heard it.
okay, yeah, 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 duh,
I know
everybody
you.
knows her.
So
Yeah,
talk about.
everybody knows her.
Do you know? Can you talk about her? Do you know her that good? Where you could, spit some facts on Christy Brinkley?
Where?
No, I'm just saying. Do you know that good? Like, can you tell me anything about her?
No, no. She did a
Well,
commercial about
early
Pepsi.
seven, early 70s. In your defense, early 70s. This was fun. This is good. That was fun. All right, so I'm gonna guess your number one. I'm gonna put Kendall Jenner as your number one, right? You're gonna go with that?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Any other name that rings a bell? Paulina Poroskova? I'm just going over random lists here. Models.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you have heard of that person? No.
no,
Cara Delevingne?
nope.
Carly Kloss?
Oh, no, 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 no. I know. Yeah, I know that one. I'm actually looking.
This is
I'm looking at
fun.
the list that
This
you're
is
looking at.
oh no way. You're cheating. You're
I'm looking with you
cheating.
now. Nana, nana, boo, boo.
You're cheating. Now, if you look at these people, you'll probably know
I
all
see.
the
I do better with
visual.
seeing the
Um,
face versus name.
Now we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the one and the only Kate Moss. You
Right.
can't go this
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
without Kate Moss. I mean, discovered at 14. Do you know any models like that started at like as a teenager? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, actually there's a model that I know from this area that she started, I think either 13 or 14, and she just celebrated her 23rd or 24th birthday. So,
Yeah, because all these people we talked about, Giselle, Naomi, Cindy, Kate Moss, all discovered at like 14, 15.
right.
So that's commonplace, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like true modeling, like start off young. Like I said, I did it by accident. Like it was just, you know, okay, I'm gonna model now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, here's the list I have. All right. So here's per fashion experts. All right. So I have a list of 5 here from fashion experts. It says top 5: Cindy Crawford, Giselle, Kate Moss, Naomi, and Linda Evangelista. I gotta look that
Okay.
Linda up. I don't know who that is, and I feel bad in saying that. Look her up. Do you have the? Actually, let me see if I can't. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta figure out how to do this. Here we go. Share screen. Can you see this?
Yes.
All right. So I am screen sharing. Nope, we don't want to talk about that. All right. Linda, there's nothing wrong with what you saw, what I saw, right? All
Actually, I
right.
wasn't even paying attention.
We're
So,
looking it up for those listening to the audio version. We are looking up Linda Evangelista. Shout out to the Canadians listening to this. It says ninth in our defense, no offense to the 1960s people, but there's probably a reason. She's been around for a while. 1965. Does she look familiar to you now? See,
yeah,
Linda
yeah,
Evangelista's greatest beauty moments. All
yeah.
right,
I know who
yeah,
she is.
yeah, she's pretty hot. I gotta say. Um, Last question. We'll end this. We'll end the stop share with. I like that name too. I think it takes like. Do you think a name? Hold on. I'm gonna stop. Actually, you know what? I'll keep this on here because for her, I guess that's a Hollywood star. Anyways,
Yeah.
do you think a name is important? Like, does
Yeah.
it? Because I know it's important in like music and stuff, but do you think it's important? in all aspects of entertainment, like a stage name?
Um, yeah, well, yeah. I yeah. I mean, I didn't
No,
do it
I
on purpose.
Ink Panda, yeah, stage name, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do mine on purpose. Like well, I wanted to be called something different than like what my name is. And I didn't create uh like on Instagram I have a separate personal page and modeling page. On Facebook I like did not separate it all, and like I didn't think about making my actual name something different, where I know a lot of people have like an actual different stage name and different name period for
Mhm.
when they are modeling and photographer or whatever, blah blah blah, because of their other job, don't want their family to know. So that would be another tip I would give when starting out. Try to know if you don't give a rat's ass, like who knows anything about you with your real name. Um, know your
Did
career, path, because if you put your legal name through it, it's going to be wherever. And so,
do you
I mean, so yeah, I think so. I mean,
mhm.
it can absolutely be important for many reasons.
This just came to me. Do you keep in contact with the person? Do you know the person that introduced me to you? Like when I asked somebody, give me a model to talk to, and there's
Yeah.
this lady that said, check out this
Yeah.
Ink
Yeah.
Panda.
Yeah.
You think who is that? Can you
Let me see. Hold on.
does she I mean
I still have her.
she didn't want to be on the podcast because she felt like she wanted to give you the spotlight, which is nice of her.
Well, yeah, because she told me she wasn't an experienced
I
model
mean,
enough.
is that what
Uh,
is that what she
yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Well,
She's
if it
so
wasn't for
sweet.
her, we wouldn't have had this friendship.
Yeah, I
Wait, do
know.
you consider me a friend, Amanda?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Absolutely.
It's reciprocated.
Yeah, I she liked one of my pictures the other day.
What? It's like Muse or something. Muse. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope this isn't the last time that you're on the podcast because I do you mind if I say what you told me about you doing your own, because we obviously know about the Ink Panda Unfiltered thing. Now,
Yeah,
if you do go back to podcasting or start your own deal, is that name you're gonna pick a different name than that, or you're gonna go with that name?
I don't know yet. Um, because I have a couple of different ideas in my head of what I'm going to do creatively. Podcast is one of them, like I said, and then also helping out models and photographers. The podcast I kind of already have all planned out as far
Really?
as,
Are
well,
you?
yeah, I have a lot.
Do you
I
want
have a
to?
lot. I have a lot of show ideas.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But do you want to disclose the name of it, or do you want to keep that for
I don't have a
suspense?
name yet. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have like a name. Like
So you think
that's
that Ink Panda Unfiltered should just stay where it is and pick something else?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to determine
I
if
mean, it's not
I'm going
like there's a logo already made or anything.
I still have it. Yeah.
I
I don't know.
mean, it would be an
I think
easy.
I'll probably keep the Ink Panda like legacy going, because there's no reason to drop it. So
You know what? That could be the podcast name. The legacy of Ink or Ink Panda or the legacy of Ink Panda.
yeah,
Or, and that would be the
something.
podcast.
Maybe. Maybe the legacy of, I don't know. That makes it seem like it's all
Yeah,
about me, but it's not. I don't want it
no,
to be.
yeah. You could call it the IL show. I don't know. But you
Yeah,
have to be
I
yeah,
gotta tinker.
that one kind of sucks. Um Ink Panda, always a pleasure to have
Thank
you on
you.
the show. Anything else you want to tell the listeners of Sensibly Cynical?
Um, be safe. Um, do self-care for yourself. That's really important. I definitely promote that for everybody. Big mental health advocate. Self-care is important for everybody. Be aware of your surroundings and listen to your body and make sure you take care of yourself. It's important. Um, and make sure you have a good support system. That's important too. And have fun.
And follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Why not? You got nothing else to do. Follow me. I got some new pictures out. Are
They're
pretty good.
listening to Sensibly Cynical. That's what they're doing. That's
I
what
mean, you already got the people that are listening are already your followers.
I mean, yeah, they're already subscribing on Spotify or whatever, following or whatever that is. I
But
still
yeah,
say, hold on, I still say subscribing, even though that's like a term from like 10 years ago. Like
yeah,
follow. No one subscribes anymore. Everyone follows on,
right.
Actually, do you have to subscribe to Apple Music or is that follow? Do you
I have
know?
no idea. I don't have an Apple phone. I don't do anything with Apple.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Well,
old. I do Android.
I have a work phone.
Yeah. Apparently,
So,
people with Androids are old.
I mean, isn't it? Isn't it? All right. On that note, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at InkedPanda83. And if you don't already know, go to the best podcast ever at Sensibly Cynical, my
You don't
favorite.
have
Please.
to. You don't have to promote,
Yes,
but
yes,
I
yes.
do. I do
I
appreciate
mean, if
it.
I didn't love you, I wouldn't be on the show like this many times. I mean, come
I
on.
know. I can't believe you keep coming. You and a couple other people just keep coming back. You
We
know,
love you
I well, I'm I'm trying to be humble, but I've been doing it a long time, Amanda.
in your shiny head. We're gonna rub your head for good
I
luck.
know. I just got a 3. I got because I'm old. I'm losing hair.
Yeah.
So the only. Oh yeah, thanks, Amanda. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious though. So I was like, I'm gonna get a 2 on the side, $11. All right. So
Oh,
I
nice.
got a story about this.
Okay.
Do you? I don't want to. I don't want
No, you're
to
fine.
overshadow your appearance here at the end.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
So I didn't know it was cash only. Like
Okay.
so he was like, just pay me back double next time.
Right.
I'm like, bro, you're gonna get like an $11 tip. Well,
Oh,
I didn't even like because I work so till like 4 or whatever. So
yeah.
I show up like 5 minutes before close.
Yeah.
He does the haircut. Then he's like, bro, he does the haircut and then asks for cat. Like, I don't know. I don't want to. But anyways, after the haircut, he's like, bro, cash only. And I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah.
Because I should have, he's a elder statesman. I'll leave it, tenured
Oh,
person. So it's a side. I assume it's a side, But
yeah.
all right. Follow Ink Panda on Instagram at InkPanda83. Facebook, right? Are you still doing that Facebook page? What's going on with that? Are you still? Don't you have a Facebook modeling page?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't really have a
What's going on
separate
with
one.
that? No.
I tried to separate it and it's just whatever. I have my personal and my modeling is all in one. Whatever.
All right.
It's all there. It's whatever.
Thank you so
Facebook,
much
you can
for.
Facebook, you can come see it all. It's a milder, tamer version of my modeling page. Instagram's a little bit more. And no, I don't have any other accounts at the time right now. So,
All right,
and that's why
Amanda.
I have an idea. You should do a show
Yes,
that is what do you call it? OnlyFans versus
an episode.
Patreon Patreon. What's the difference and why people do
You know what?
Patreon
I should
and
have Noob and Z back on for that for the 10th hundred time. You
what
know.
like and who does OnlyFans, who does Patreon, and why do they do Patreon? Why do they do OnlyFans? And Do they do both? What's the difference?
We did a
Like,
Blake Lively versus Anna de Armas podcast, Amanda. Me and
no,
New.
nice.
I had Blake Lively's back. You know, I think she's hot. Last but not least, in next year, 2024, what do you see yourself doing?
Um, retiring my modeling
Mm-hmm.
stuff and um having my first children's book published, um and working with models and photographers in some other way, and having my podcast off and launched. Those are my goals.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you
All
so much.
right.
Mwah.
I appreciate that. Everybody, thanks for listening to the Sensibly Cynical podcast. And please take care, everybody. Bye.